What up? I don't know if you guys saw that shit. It was fucking throw up. Pretty deep. It's coming up 12:30. Just got my small beat ass paycheck from that shitty ass fucking spot I've been working at. It's my last day today. They don't know that yet. I'm about to quit tomorrow, right before I start my new job. And I gotta stay up all night to train for this new job, I guess you could say, because I want to get my sleeping pattern right. Sleep the days, fucking work 2 a.m. to fucking 8 a.m. That's gonna be hella dope. But the main reason I did this video right now, just got paid, and I decided to come here because I don't care if I sound like a bitch. I came here to get some maize because I'm gonna be delivering newspapers to fucking people's houses from fucking 3 in the morning to 8 a.m. It's gonna be pitch black out, and motherfuckers are gonna be pitch black out, and motherfuckers are gonna be sleeping. And it's in the middle of bumfuck backwoods Jersey, and like, I heard some crazy ass stories about these type of jobs in the middle of nights, to fucking creepy ass motherfuckers stalking motherfuckers, or dogs getting loose and running out and biting the fuck out people. So I don't want to have a pocket knife. I don't want to have to stab anyone. I don't want to have to threaten anyone. But if a dog does come bite me, that's where the mace will come in handy, where a pocket knife wouldn't, because you shouldn't be stabbing dogs for biting you. I don't care what anyone says, that's not something you do. But I was here, they didn't have it, so I have to go to AutoZone tomorrow. And I need, the last fluid I need to do in my car is the brake fluid. I fucking flushed the power steering, flushed the trans fluid, did an oil change, well, did an oil flush, I guess you could say motor flush. Then the last fluid that leaves is the brake fluid. And I'm going to do this tonight, right now, middle of the night, to help keep me awake and make it through the night. And I'm getting a light bar tomorrow. It's coming in the mail tomorrow, so after I sleep, that's going to be my project for tomorrow. Still got to get that video up on the Celica's accident. Do that eventually, but my main focus is this video right now and getting this shit done. So, coming up 12:30 a.m. This is probably going to take a couple of hours. Going to have to do a coffee break around 2 a.m. so that's good, because eventually I'll have to start up the car, pump the brakes, because my exhaust is fucked up. I don't want neighbors calling the police on me for starting my car to pump the brakes and shutting it off 5 times. They'll think I'm doing it on purpose. And cops are out tonight, so I better not get pulled over. I follow every fucking law while I drive since I got this job. Can't be driving like an asshole, you know. So we're gonna go next clip, be at the house getting this shit ready. Guys, I'm gonna do the best I can to let you guys see this, well, attempt to see it. It's about 1 in the morning right now, and I just saw a car. It was actually a Prius, fly out of a gas station with no lights on. I flashed my high beams at him, and by the time he passed me, he was doing 80, no lights, pitch black. And this was right by sort of by my house, and I just saw a cop fly down my street, high beams on, searchlight on, probably doing 50 in a, you guys can't really see it, 50 down this road. He slammed on his brakes when he saw me, because the way my car is parked right now, like, this shit's getting sketchy as fuck. Yeah, but the way my car is parked is like right up against my garage. Street light just went out. That's fucking weird. Yeah, but I saw the cop doing like 50, flew down here. I think a gas station was robbed. That's hella sketchy. People getting pulled over left and right now. So this the reason I want that maze. My town went from the second safest town in the country to one of the worst. Most unsafe and most heroin addicts in this town. And it's gotten real sketchy. Patrol cars through my neighborhood all night and day. Cars being broken into. I left my car unlocked last week for the first time. Had $10 missing out of it, and all my change. I don't know if I told you guys, I was trying to rig up the hood shocks too, and the hood came slamming down and bent in half almost. I think I mentioned that in the light bar video, but it's not up yet because I haven't gotten a light bar. So I just wanted to prep it. See, now the light's going back on. Never seen that happen before. It's weird as fuck. And then their lights went off. My neighbors across the street too. Same time that happened. That's fucking weird. But I'm gonna get to this shit right now because fucking sketchy as hell out here. Got a knack, so if someone tries fucking with me in a bat. I sound paranoid as hell right now, but I mean, if you guys lived in my town, you would too. Especially after the shit I just saw at that gas station and cops fucking freely roaming around this neighborhood. But I'm gonna show you guys how to do a fucking 2 a.m. solo brake flush on your car, Lexus. Because I've been wanting to do all the fluids before summer, and I'm gonna finish that up right now. Call me sketchy. I don't give a fuck. If that shit didn't go down at the gas station, I wouldn't even have this right next to me right now. You never know who's out here though. But alright, but this is what I got. This is an antifreeze coolant tester. My choice of tool is a turkey baster because it holds more. Basically, what you're going to be doing with this is sucking out the brake fluid, but right before it hits the bottom, and then you're going to fill it up. You're going to pump the brakes and do that like probably 5 or 6 times until the fluid's clear. I actually went through one of these and then mini brake fluid bottle. So it's basically like the 3 mini brake fluid bottles that you're going to need to do this the right way. And this is synthetic. That's how much it took on my Lincoln Town Car, and my Corolla I never even touched it. But there were some reasons behind that. But this car I'm taking care of. I'm doing a brake fluid. You don't really have to do brake fluid that much. And this was synthetic. All this cost me $8 total. At Walmart it would have cost me $7 if I got the turkey baster. But this is all they had. They were out of stock of the turkey baster, so I decided to get that because I need to do it. I need something to keep me awake tonight, car related preferably. So yeah, let's get to it. First thing you want to do is, well, I'm actually going to take that out of the box first because I'm adding up the time right now. Got this thing out the box. I'm trying to keep everything in the light. Next thing you want to do is take the brake reservoir cap off, doing an inspection on it. I think this brake reservoir was recently replaced in the past couple of years, and I don't have to worry about that. But look how black that fluid is. Good fluid, well, new fluid, should look clear. It should look like a really watered down version of oil. I'm going to compare the two right now before I even get that first flush going, so you guys know what new and bad looks like. Grabbing that fucking razor so I can cut the top off. I hate these like foil caps they have on like coolants, oils, trans fluids. I just think it's a horrible idea because sometimes the metal falls in. Doing this for 5, 6, 7 years working on cars, and I haven't had any metal fall in until when I did the coolant flush on my car. And I mean, I was careful. I made sure I didn't see any shit fall in. Shit, I'm gonna have to grab this light right here. See if you guys can see in there. See if I could pour some on the cap for you guys too. Just a little bit, because I'm going to need every single drop I got in here. Even if it doesn't flush it out completely, I do not care. I want most of that black garbage out. If you guys can see that. There you go. That's filled up to the top. It basically looks exactly like water, and it should not look like that. It actually stained the reservoir. How bad the brake fluid is, so you definitely don't want your brake fluid to get that bad, because that's when it starts fucking your calipers up. And you start getting corrosion, you have to start replacing your calipers. I learned the hard way in my Corolla. They'll seize up if you let the car sit. Well, the bad brake fluid will help let that happen. But that's enough lesson. That's enough of a lesson, I guess. Just when your brake fluid gets green and black, change it. But what we're doing now is I fucking hate this hose so much right now. Sticking the like turkey baster looking shit in there, and then you're gonna squeeze the top. You're gonna see bubbles. You don't want to. Technically, want to squeeze the bubbles up before you stick it in. And once you do that, you slowly let go like a suction cup until you see the fluid slowly getting put in, just like that. And like I said, you want to make sure you don't let it get to the bottom. This way there is no air. And then I was stupid, I didn't grab a bottle to put the fluid in. And since I'm hopefully buying coolant either tomorrow or the next day, I'm just going to throw it right in here because I want to have coolant, brake fluid in my car, shit like that, for a 7,000 mile a week job. This is just water in here. I'm going to pour it out so I can compare the brake fluid when I'm done. All that water's out now. And I have another bottle if I need to. If I need to put water in here for the meantime, so I can afford to get brake fluid, because I was in the hospital last week. Oh fuck, man. Alright, it drained back in there, so I'm gonna have to spray this fucking shit, and hopefully it'll suck it back up. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this. It's basically simple enough, I would hope so. And you do that, and you put it in the top of the bottle like that, and it doesn't like to stay, it seems like, so squeeze it back in there, just like that, till there's nothing left. You want every drop out, because you're going to have to do this like twice. I want to try and get everything I possibly can on video. So I'm going to put this on the ground. You guys know how to put it in the container. All my shit's getting fucking soaked in brake fluid. Fucking lighter. Fuck. Cigarettes better not have gotten touched, but I'd be so fucking pissed off right now. Okay, they're good. Alright, so we're going to do this shit one more time. Not fully, because we're getting low. If you could tell, you don't want it to get too low because you don't want the system sucking in air. Just a little bit, enough to make sure it's not going to suck in air. You want to do it extremely slowly. And after this run, I'm going to show you guys the brake fluid inside this reservoir. I know this is a coolant test, so I'm not actually using it to test it, because I could just tell by looking at it. Look at that shit right there, though. I mean, would you guys run that shit in your car? I didn't let it go this far, and I would honestly never let it go this far. I did in my Corolla, but I mean, it was black when I bought it, and there were multiple reasons on why I didn't replace it. I don't even want to get into those reasons. And honestly, it's really fucking simple to do, and I'm probably going to be doing it on my boy Celica, but we're not doing the brake fluid. We're going to be doing the this method for the power steering. So after you do it twice or whatever, just you don't want to get low. I mean, honestly, right now, I could probably do it one more time, but I'm going to show you guys how low it is. I don't want to even chance getting air inside the reservoir, because I don't want to have to bleed fucking all 4 brakes tomorrow before I start this job. Now what you do is you clear brake fluid in. You don't have to max it out. You actually want some room in there. So when you pump the brakes, it clears some of it out. And the preferred method to pump the brakes is to start the car so you can get the pedal all the way down. It's better to have 2 people for this part. I'm going to start it up. I don't give a fuck. And then you hold the brake pedal down. Keep pumping it. Pump it a good amount of times. And just pump it, keep pumping it. I don't know why, every time I pump the brakes, the car wants to stall, it seems like. I need a new battery, that's all I could think of. But after that, you hold the brake pedal down, turn the car off, and pump until you feel the brakes getting tight. You're probably going to have to do that like 3 or 4 more times. It's like 1 in the morning, so that's not cool. But now what we're going to do again is the same exact process. We're going to use the turkey baster, and you're going to keep doing this process until you get some really good looking fluid. Might take 5 times, might take 10, might take 15, might take 2 times, but it all depends. And it'd honestly be better to take your car on a test drive and do this. Each time you pump all the fluid out. I knew I saw lightning up in the sky. There were like hella flashes before, but the stars are out, so that must be miles away. I'm gonna get this done and fucking film the last clip and ending clip of the video. If you can, take it on test drive in between each time. Really get the brakes going. I can't do that because it's nighttime. I'm not trying to fucking wake everyone up, so do this a couple more times and get this shit looking good. Alright guys, so another thing that might help you out is if you take this like mini filter thing they have put in there out, it like filters out the sludge and any dirt that's in there. I'm gonna hit that with some brake clean in a minute, because this way you have more clearance and room to get in there to get all that filthy shit out. Because there's like a tube, and that's where mainly all the new fluid goes. And you just have to shake the car around, take it for a drive, lock up the brakes. I mean, like not literally, to shake out the fluid and like reservoir, and like just basically shake up all the fluid and shit as much as you can. I haven't added any new fluid yet because I've been using the baster to drain it out, fill it up, drain it out, fill it up, shake it around as much as I can, because all the new fluid I'm putting in isn't really going anywhere. So I'm going to keep playing with it and doing that. Like I said, take that thing out and you'll have more room to fuck with it. Alright guys, so thought it would be nice and easy, but like I always say, you haven't worked on cars the right way until you run into at least a problem. So I went to Walmart. This thing is brand new. Fucking focus. Yeah, this thing is brand new. And I already ran into the problem with the piece the hose is connected to. The plastic piece breaking off. So I have to wait for fucking 20 minutes now. The super glue to fucking dry just enough. So I could get back in here and finish this up, because it's fucking 1:15. I'm already feeling fucking tired and I gotta stay up till fucking 8 in the morning. I gotta sleep for like a couple hours, just enough to make me last until I could fall asleep before work at 1 in the morning tomorrow night. When I gotta leave at 1, I gotta be there too. So, hey, at least it's getting done. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was fucking hella creepy. Do I always do some fucking work on my car, middle of the night, never have problems, and like now I'm hearing like fucking music playing and shit. Hella creepy. Lightning out, so I want to get this done. So I'm getting at that point where I'm running so low on sleep, I'm starting to like hear shit. So I'm gonna finish this up real quick, go do a Wawa run, get some coffee, and chill out the rest of the night, maybe watch a movie or two. So this should be dry. It's been chilling for fucking 10 minutes. This was not as fun as I thought. I mean, look at this. I can pick it up from the hose. So I'm gonna start using it right now. I really laid that shit on thick, and I'm gonna get this shit done. Guys, so this is basically what you want to see after you do it a couple times. You want to see this type of fluid, and I have a lot left over, so if this turns again from flushing it out the next few days of driving, I'll do one more flush. That's all you guys gotta do. But if you guys want to see this type of fluid being sucked up with the baster or whatever you're using. See how clear that is? That is great. So I'm going to spray the rest back in, and that is permanently stained, unfortunately. So I'm going to put the cap on, and that's going to finish everything up, guys. This is shot, this fucking piece of shit I paid for. Now I got extra brake fluid, and if that turns green from the next few days of driving, flushing it out, because I will be doing 7,000 miles a week or some shit like that. I mean 7,000 miles a month, my bad. I have extra brake fluid now, so that's dope. I made a huge mess. Oh yeah, I also cleaned this filter piece out. So I'm going to put this back in. And it floats up, so most of them spin around. That one is seized in there. Not being fucking touched for years. I'm gonna use some brake clean. I'm gonna put that in my trunk tomorrow, just in case. Use some brake clean. Spray anywhere. Yeah, spray anywhere you might spill brake fluid on, just because it will not be removed without it. Even club cleaner is a tough one to remove brake clean. Just, if you don't really care about that type of shit, I mean, good for you, I do, so. But that's how you flush your brake fluid. Hopefully yours doesn't get permanently stained like mine did. So what I'm doing now is, I am going to go on a 2 a.m. test drive to the store, maybe get some food. Definitely get some coffee, because I gotta stay up a little bit longer. Go inside real quick. I'm gonna wash my hands, and that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Lexus Build. Peace.